hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Grape colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. Coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory, and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0.
And now they just have to guard against complacency. You still got to go out and earn it every week.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
We got this.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their 6'2" QB out of North Carolina, former number 2 overall pick. It's Mitchell Trubisky.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Break it up. 180. Silva.
They go play action with Trubisky. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask certainly helps things as they'll start up past the 30 on first down. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's second down. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
A second-round pick out of LSU. The league's about to get their first real extended look at running back Darius Geis, who missed all of his rookie season with a knee injury, but he was ultra-productive in college with over 3,000 yards rushing. A strong runner inside, can also get to the perimeter. He's fortunate enough that the knee injury happened early enough in the season last year that he should be ready to go for all of 2019.
Dante Hightower on the stop. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
At corner is Josh Norman. I would think he'd want to quibble a little bit. Actually, you know Josh would have a full discussion with the metrics people who say that maybe he's not the elite lockdown corner he thinks he is. He would say, ask all the receivers in the NFC East. They would think differently because a day against Josh Norman is a very difficult day for any receiver.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Trubisky. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 79 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Well, look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Forced out to his left, and he slides to avoid the hit. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Now Rodgers.
That was a good effort there trying to do it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. It's complete to Brown, right side. Swatted, and now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Ingram again, a first down carry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Rodgers now on 1st down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Now a loose football. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 yards there, first down. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mark Ingram with his 16th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability, as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Yeah, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the 30 on 2nd down, Trubisky. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Shotgun handoff down to Geis, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Check, watch the 4, watch the 4. Pick it up.
The Vikings 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that takes us from second to third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Oh, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Trubisky will throw. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And the ball is knocked out. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on,
man. With desire. We'll go with desire.
Are you the rhyme master now?
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk. He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball has moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this week. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks. But somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. Here's Rodgers. They go screen. This is Ingram. And I think the ball's out. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on fourth down, a change of possession anyway.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. And Dixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Vikings defense getting ready to go. And so far, their game plan, whatever it's been on this side of the football, working pretty well.
And I like where you went there, the game plan. You know that they spent all week watching tape, evaluating, putting together that game plan that they thought would be effective. But there's nothing like seeing it actually work on game day. What we're seeing here, wow, what a performance by them so far.
Now Trubisky on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. This is Ingram. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll run here with Ingram. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. To throw is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separated. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over at their own 20-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And he loses the football the 2nd time. And this is recovered by the Chargers. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing here, Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Now Trubisky. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Chris Godwin His third touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Let's go.
Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. This has been a game of contrast somewhat, as you see. He's had success moving the ball on the ground. That fumble on the last drive, though, that's now 2 that he's lost in this. And he lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Going the other way. Check line 54. Line 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Throwing on second down, Trubisky. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he finds Cole. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Geis alone in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. Here's Trubisky to throw. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down. And they may be going backward here. Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Rodgers now on 1st down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers going to throw again. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers again now. And an alley. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. There he goes, right side. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is up to 8. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. They'll run on first down. Ingram. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On first down, this is Geis. He won't go down. The longtime Charger, Eric Weddle, makes a stop against his former mates. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Trubisky to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
You got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. Ingram again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now Rodgers escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Drake. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Well, they do get 5 there, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kenyon Drake, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Geis. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. It's a pretty simple formula, Charles. A field goal, all you need, that wins you the game.
And the most confident guys going out on the field to direct their teams, they've probably already talked to their kicker before they went out and let him know, don't worry, you've got a chance to be a hero in this one. I'll set you up, you just knock it through the post. His plan, get the team downfield and get them into position. They've gone over it many times in practice.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll run with Geis. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
We ain't giving them nothing today. Check 4.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll field this at the 5. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 2, a little under a minute to go. Their undefeated season hits in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that would... Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
15 yards on the play, first down. To throw is Rodgers. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Rodgers to throw. Dancing to his left. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cobb. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rodgers pass complete to Randall Cobb.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key, because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance. Jump in the stands, no man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big jobs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch